EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On first down, it's Carson, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go back to Carson here on second.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Only needing 2 yards on second down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Wilson going to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Let's go, baby.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready? Nice one.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Joe Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 52 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Don't get nervous. Check.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Wilson will throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Jim,
11 Thomas.
check 31.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Mixon with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's our time. Hey, alert 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Right up. 11 MT, 11 MT.
56, check 56.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
56.
First down. Here's Burrow. Hits his running back, Pirine. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A first carry for Samaje Pirine, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Pirine. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Out, 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 out. Shift, shift. Shift, shift, shift. Joker, 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 joker.
Mixon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Mixon again, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We got this.
Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They run it with Carson. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. That is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
11.
Here's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Stop. Can. Stop. 12. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
To the air again, Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go, here we go. Right
there, 54 Mike.
Right 80. Right hot. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Carlos Dunlap showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So the victory here for Seattle.